All right, Mindhunter Season 2.
2.
The fucking deep dive episode, super splash. We got Seth, we got Ryan, Detective Ryan.
The motherfucking lion.
I want to ask
Grace.
you, I know you've been on the case. What's the latest on the Atlanta child murders?
Like the personal case itself?
Right?
Yeah,
Don't
what
go
do you got?
crazy.
You got new
Don't
suspects?
Go crazy.
I'm not going to go.
Just give us a little taste.
Give
Give us
us
some
a
flavor.
little
No
taste.
names. The mayor has reopened the case since then.
When?
They have a female African-American mayor
Really?
that's currently literally reworking and opened up cases that were unsolved that weren't convicted with Wayne Williams.
You heard it here, folks. Detective
Reopened.
Ryan is on the
You can read it
case.
anywhere, really,
On the
but
case.
I
On
just
the
know.
case.
ATL, taking care of business.
And the reason why we bring that up, because obviously if you're watching this, Season 2 is primarily based on the Atlanta child murder cases.
Especially the second half. It's like the whole second half.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you watch the previous Mindhunter taste teaser, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
That was a lot of fun.
You know, Seth enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
One of
I
my
finally
favorites.
finished it. Ryan, tell us your thoughts on
On the
Season
whole
2.
season.
On season 2, which
Yeah.
me and you have watched together, what, 3
I
times?
Your ponders.
I'm on my fourth. I
Your
love
fourth
it.
rewatch?
I literally, yeah.
We watched it together
I
at least
watched
twice.
it in a day. I was home from work and it was Season 2. Of course, I had to get to it.
And text me at work at 3
Yeah.
p.m.
I'm
Done.
like, spoiling,
Done.
I'm like, done. Was up all night. Couldn't sleep.
So you loved it?
I loved it.
Were you
It was-
enjoying
I mean,
it?
It just... I enjoyed it a lot.
Did you enjoy it?
I was just surprised that they made such a short sequence into such a long season, and that
You
it
mean
can
the
spread to
case?
So many more. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right.
So,
I kind of like that the first half was like boom, 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 and then the Atlanta child murders. It's like,
It
That
was-
just proves how much information can spread into a season and how many seasons this can
yes,
actually go.
yes,
And-
absolutely.
That's what
Yeah, that's
like
where...
Russell said,
Cares
the
about-
chapter on the Atlanta child murders is an hour of that book.
And there's so much more
Yeah,
information that's
yeah.
not in the show. Like he talks about the courtroom stuff,
Yep.
which this isn't a courtroom show, so I understand.
Yep.
But it's very interesting. He talked about how he coached the prosecutor, right? That's the guy who
Yep.
grills him,
Yep.
onto to wear him down, and at the final moment, touch his hand and say, "Did you panic when you killed those kids?" And he said, "No." And he like freaked out,
Right.
and then he started blaming everybody. He's like, "You're trying to trick me," and this and that, and fucking just
Wayne Williams was
the
really
way
smart.
he thinks. And then
You get that from the show.
John Douglas, the real John Douglas, not the Holden
The
John
real
Douglas.
Mindhunter.
The real Mindhunter is a brilliant guy, and he thought of a plan. He watched how Wayne Williams, he knew how to break him down and get him to confess.
He's a fucking
He
genius, man.
talked
We were
like
listening
them,
to Mindhunter
thought
the whole
like
way
them.
here.
He literally
Yeah.
put himself in these men's
Did you
shoes,
listen to that? Did you end up
and-
listening to this?
I didn't find that chapter, but we were listening
it's
to
chapter-
Mindhunter
fucking
the whole way
shit.
here.
Right.
I asked you what chapter it was.
I haven't watched
Yeah, I know, and then I
anything
fucking
else.
gave you a smart ass answer, and then I forgot to give you the real
Fucking
answer.
asshole.
But why didn't the chapter words
I don't
come up
know.
on your screen?
On
Mine
on
came up
it
right
didn't
away. It
come
was
up.
it just
I hit
called
chapter.
It was
It
called
just said
Atlanta.
chapter 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
thought it was
5.
called like At Kid, something like that.
No, on
That
his
was the
on
case.
his it was called
That's
Atlanta Child
probably what
Murders.
the case
Yeah.
was called.
All right. So
Stop
season
this
2
shit.
of the show.
Let's talk about the controversial turn in this series, because it irks
Season
me.
or series?
Season.
Okay.
Which one? Because there's
Wait, no, I want to go back to what you were talking about the case, because I like the pacing. I like how they chose kind of a case that isn't as high profile as, you know, Ted Bundy
Yes.
or
Right.
whatever
Yes.
else.
I think they're doing that on
could've-
purpose.
They're definitely doing that on
They're doing
purpose.
that on purpose.
They're gonna, you know, they're gonna stay away from Zodiac because Fincher already
They've
murdered
mentioned-
Zodiac.
Yeah.
Murdered Zodiac.
They could do a whole
Murdered
season
Zodiac.
on Zodiac, but they're not gonna.
Fincher
They already
did
passed
that
it.
with
Yeah,
that-
he already
that
did that.
movie's- I want to watch that with her
I
so
kinda
bad.
have a feeling I know who
You've
they're
never seen
going
it?
to.
BTK?
I've kind of. Well, no. I feel like.
Now listen,
They have to.
BTK was on the run for a solid
Yeah,
30 years.
he-
Dennis
he's-
Rader was on the run forever, antagonizing, going back and forth. He didn't even fucking
No,
know.
but they wouldn't have
He
been
wanted to
teasing
get
him all
caught
this
so
time
bad.
if they're not going to go back to him at some point. They have to. He has to be the
All right.
focus of a season.
he stopped murdering in 1991. Wasn't caught till 2005.
I know.
That will be either the last season or they'll just never.
You know what? Maybe
Right.
it will be the
And
last.
that's
Because
what
he
I
was
mean.
retired when he was captured.
I think maybe it will be the last season.
And I think that, they could slowly tease us with Dennis Rader's build
until
up
the last season.
Right,
yeah.
until the very last
that would
season,
actually
where
be
they
pretty
show
brilliant.
us
That would,
the whole capture and everything.
That would be pretty
Dennis Rader
fucking
actually
brilliant.
turned himself in, right?
Just like
No.
Kemper.
He got himself fucked
Yeah,
because he couldn't
use
stay
the
away.
church library.
Floppy disk.
The church
Yes.
library.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
he asked the police, will I get caught if I
Right.
do it? And
There's
they're
a
like,
fo-
no, it's cool.
And he sent the floppy disk
And it
anyways.
went right back to
Floppy
it. The
disk
church had his
incident.
name
Yeah.
on it. It said Dennis Rader.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fucking 21st century.
Let's
Fucking-
not spoil it for everybody else
All right,
that don't
but we're
know
talking about
Dennis
season
Rader.
2 of the show.
Nah, if you're watching this, fuck you. You're getting spoiled all over the place.
Yeah.
You should have read the book by now. You should have watched all the series.
All
You're a
right,
fan,
and what
you're
were
a
you
fan.
telling me when you
Seasons.
started watching it? You said to me, the first thing you said, wait till you see what is going on with Bill and his son. And me and you both thought that was one of the strongest parts of the season.
It was a nice little fictional additive to the show,
But
and it was.
I thought it was one of the most powerful things of the season. And you got
it was
tense
a good
every
little
time he
insight
went
onto
home.
everyone's personal life that you didn't get to see.
No, but every time
no,
Bill
it
went
was
home,
devastating.
every time he went home, you were like terrified.
Well, I'll tell you why,
it
because
was-
they had that awesome Bill's
Music.
theme music.
Yes.
It's so fucking
the
bad.
Bill's
Oh, yeah,
home
every
theme
time.
music.
Yeah. That fucking little violin creepness.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
It is great. I love that.
I want you to
Hate
talk
the
about what you
music.
said on the teaser of like why you thought it was the weak
Okay.
point. And I wanted to ask you if after you saw the ice cream scene with him, you didn't feel differently. Because that's the scene that almost made me fucking cry when he was sitting there with his son. He was just
Yeah,
like,
it was-
Brian, this scares
that
the
was
shit
deep.
out of me.
That was deep. Yeah.
It's hard for me to watch that scene. I don't know if it's because my relationship with my father and the fact that he has been gone for so many years.
I think it's probably
But that
'cause
was just
you
really
don't like ice cream.
no. That was like for real. That was a hard.
You know what? I'll tell you what bothered me the most. He didn't finish that fucking giant sundae, and they just
Yeah.
walked away.
That scene really got me a lot,
aggravate me
though.
Yeah,
Every
that
time I
almost
watch
made
it,
me
I'm
cry. That wasted
infuriated.
ice cream, motherfuckers. But okay,
yeah.
so I don't like how they're kind of alluding that he could turn into a serial killer, and there's people out there in forums theorizing that he's gonna become a serial killer, and if that happens,
No,
I'm out.
That would be too weak.
Yeah, that would be-
That'd be too weak. That Fincher's not too smart
That
for
would be
that.
pretty
I know,
mediocre as to
but
just-
I'm saying to use that just to make Bill's character interesting. There's other things you could have done. He could have got molested. Not that I would want to see that,
How do you know
but
he
that's
didn't
just as
before prior to
dramatic.
them getting him?
Exactly.
Because they said
that was
he
my
was
point.
13
He
months,
was
I believe.
adopted, and usually in that
already
era, people were adopted
a
because they
year
were
and a
taken
month.
from homes where they were abused.
Right.
People do this for a
Especially in that-
paycheck.
in that
Not
era.
everyone in the world is nice.
In that era, it was usually people that were abused.
But there are little
especially
bit
white
signs.
kids.
He is wetting the bed, but this does happen after a traumatic experience. But
Yeah.
there are
Right.
little.
But he was doing
the
that
silence,
before.
The bedwetting.
He was doing that before, and even in season 1, he wasn't even
Was he
like
though?
talking.
Well, also, I felt when I started
All the signs of
rewatching it,
abuse.
Bill encouraged him to hang out with those older kids. He must feel immensely guilty. Immensely.
All he did was
I
say,
wonder
"Go
if
play
that's even
football."
I know, but he was
Mind.
encouraging him.
Because he wanted
mother-
him to just be like, "Oh, you played the game. You look like a
yeah.
champion."
But if I said that, I would look back and I'd be like, "Fuck,
well,
I
that's
shouldn't
why.
have
That's
encouraged
why.
it."
That's
Even
why
thought
Bill
about
had that
that.
look on his face the whole
Yeah.
season, just like because.
No, I'm just
He was
saying.
like
That's
This
why he
is
said, like, Brian, you haven't talked to me. You won't talk to me.
Right.
And he's like, and it scares the fucking shit out of me. And Brian
Yeah.
looks up like, what
I'm
the-
just saying what must have been going on in his head. He must have felt so guilty, you know?
There's no way he does not ever hear his father talk about work.
No,
I
in
feel
season 1,
like-
remember, it goes back. And
I know, where was he at the barbecue
In
when he
season
was-
1, it shows him go
Right,
back, and,
right. Holding
and
court.
Brian was sneaking into his file cabinet and going through his fucking, remember? He was going
Gonna
through
solve some
the crime
cases.
scenes thing, and that would fuck a kid up, too.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what? I'll let it go, but it did I was kind of like, there's other things. You don't have to make murder part of his home life, too.
Right.
I think there's another angle they could have taken. If
Like
I
a
hope,
arrow or
I hope
something.
in the third season it just kind of dissipates. And
I
then
think it will. I think Bill will be, like, on his own. Like,
If it's continuous, then it's gonna really
I
bother
have
me.
a feeling
but right now,
that Brian's going to be with the mother, and
I've accepted it.
like Bill's going to be on his own next season. I feel.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
Just should. I want him to
Probably
be a
gonna
bachelor,
miserable prick.
pumping mad puss.
But he stuffs all that shit down
I
because
don't
he's an
see
old
him
school
pumping
guy.
puss,
No, I
but
don't
I see
either.
him being a miserable prick, being
Yeah.
a drunk. I see him turn
absolutely.
into down spiral.
that would be a good.
Another thing about season 2, though, I like the fact that Holden is no longer, because we rewatched all of season 1 the other day, and I like the fact that Holden is no longer the focus of the show. Like, he's pushed back to, it's a ensemble now. It's
Yeah.
not just Holden and his personal
Yeah.
life, it's everybody, and it's spread out between Bill
There's
Tench,
Wendy.
Holden,
There's a rotation.
Wendy, and
I
fucking.
like Wendy's little
I
insight
think-
because she was like a very brisk, cold bitch.
She's
and, like,
cold, dude. When she breaks up with a girl, I'm like, she's a gangster.
That was great. That was great.
She got in them feelings.
I like that. I like that little story. I like her backstory. I liked all of that. That worked really well. And she's self-aware that she's kind of in the background and she's kind of not in the field or anything, you know, and she kind of, you could see that.
With
She's
Greg
probably
and
silently
shit.
writing a book and probably gonna.
Yeah.
I think
make
at some
it
point
big.
she's gonna end
The
up
book
leaving.
Was a big
I think
deal
there
in
may
season
be-
one
there-
anyway.
I could see that.
I think she's gonna end up leaving at some point.
I don't know.
Maybe she'll
Completely,
come back.
permanently?
Maybe she'll come back, but I feel like maybe next season.
I
she's
think
gonna,
she will express her displeasure
She already has many times.
Or
more aggressively.
she ends
Yeah.
up coming out somehow and people don't take it.
Maybe,
Sexually?
yeah.
Right.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
we're getting to the point where it's the age where it's not as big of a deal.
It's
No.
not, well,
But it's
She got a
different
couple.
part of the
She
country.
got to look.
It's
Point.
Virginia though,
right.
so yeah. You
Now,
probably-
what did you
live
think
in
about-
a man's world anyway? In that point, when you work at Quantico,
Yeah.
so you kind of do.
When they were in the bowling alley together on their first date, there was a girl that was looking at them. And then Wendy asked her, "Do you do this a lot?" Now, was that girl looking at him because they were lesbians together, or was she looking at him because that might have been a former lover and she was jealous and she was kind of like,
I didn't get that.
Question.
I didn't
thought
get
she
that.
was the bartender.
I didn't get that.
That
I thought
was-
that she was just looking.
"No, she was
over-
like at the counter getting shoes."
Yeah, I thought she was just looking over, like, oh, is that two lesbians? That's
So that's what it was.
That's what I got.
Two
from it.
lesbians.
That's
Okay.
what I got from it.
Because after Wendy noticed that girl looking, and then she said, "Do you do this a lot?" So I was like, "Ooh,
Like maybe she like.
Yeah,
spicy
she probably
attack.
did.
Did
Was,
she take
she's so
girls
smart.
there a
She was
lot?
probably
Like,
just thinking that.
right, okay."
take
Case
girls
closed.
bowlings all the
Case
time?
closed, baby.
On to the next one. So what do you think would be a good case for the third season? Like a small case that they
You know
could
what?
expand
Well, like
on?
I said in the last video, I changed the thing where the BTK thing because I really think that would be the best if they waited to the last season.
It would be.
We talked about it before. I think, especially with the interviews, Bundy has to be.
Bundy would be a great one, but I
He
think
has
that.
to
Do you
be.
think that's
Well,
too
he-
high profile?
But I also think that you're right. Maybe they'll do a little bit of him in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they're gonna find like these less known cases as the main thing.
I
for
think
the-
that's a
that's a
the
nice
plan.
formula that they did in
I
season
like that.
two.
Yeah,
like,
it was perfect.
remember the first half, babe? Like they
Yeah,
they
like, saying,
focused
"What
on
year did it end?"
Berkowitz.
So-
You know, we talked about this before, but they did Berkowitz and all that shit at the beginning, and then the second half was focused on a lesser known case.
Right.
I want them to stick to that formula.
Well, we're in
Yeah, I like it.
They're in 1982 now, so you have to imagine. Remember what I mentioned? This is something that came in. It was a little sequence in season 1 where they were looking at pictures of men's body parts in trash bags.
Penises?
no,
Any
no.
parts.
Yeah, this was like
Including
legs
the
and stuff.
penises. So this was a brief
Yeah, this was like quick at the
serial
beginning
killer.
of the episode.
Actually, a brief serial killer. What am I talking about? There was something that they viewed briefly, but I don't think they took it serious because they took another case instead. But this is a huge case, and a lot of men were fucking killed during this whole thing. It was the I-70 killer, and they never brought that up, and it was a
Maybe
huge
that'll be next
case.
season.
What year are we talking about?
Right around this
I don't
time.
think he get.
Okay.
I don't even.
But
yeah,
I think he gets going
he
after
starts
this.
at like 71,
Right.
but he's
He goes on for
he's
years
ongoing.
afterwards.
Yes,
Yeah.
he.
You know what,
drugged
babe?
in
That's a good.
clubs,
That's a good
and it
call.
was the gay club
I think
drugging before.
that
like,
would be really
Jeffrey Dahmer
smart.
Did it, but no one really.
That would be really smart. Is like the second half of the next season is like the most lesser known case. That would be. I don't want another
There's a lot
fucking
of them.
black serial
There's a
killer.
few. There was
I
actually
don't think they
about
need another one like
3
that.
in that time and era that like the Grim Sleeper, and there's a lot
Grim Sleeper.
that are
That's a great documentary.
highway
especially
body numbers,
it's
which are
it's a fact that most serial killers are white males. Like they can't
Well, that's a
have another
statistic.
season with the just to be different to pick like a different race serial killer.
why do you feel like it would be that way? I mean,
I don't. I like your idea of the what was it I-90?
Well, yeah, because they mentioned it and they never fucking
Yes,
brought it back up.
that's why
They're going-
that's why it would be really smart.
Well,
Well, I
um,
forgot.
so yeah, those are all good cases. I don't know. I see your point for sure
Because
about
it doesn't
the
end until the 90s, and then the infamous Dahmer comes up, and
Dahmer would be great.
Again, I know, but he'll probably be like another one they do quickly, like maybe Teddy,
I
and
don't
then
even know if they'll bring up Dahmer because
No,
it actually makes
they
law
have to.
enforcement
They have to
look
at
like
least-
a joke the fact that they didn't catch him.
did you notice that Joe
Million-
Wayne
the thing
Gacy
with
was on the
Teddy,
board?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a show about the FBI, so them bringing
Yeah.
up Teddy was
he was instrumental to
Dahmer.
so much shit about them understanding serial killers.
well,
though.
and it's the first
At the end.
ever court case that was filmed.
I know,
You know
but
what I mean?
he
So
was
The
so
Dahmer one?
No,
O.J.
Teddy.
Simpson.
Teddy.
Bundy.
Ted Bundy was
Yeah.
the first one
If the
filmed.
gloves
Yes.
don't fit, You must have quit.
Yeah, and fucking, he was so instrumental in them learning about serial killers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
After, like, you know, when he was,
Well,
he knew he wasn't getting
all
out
the
of
big
jail.
ones are going to be interviewed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like I'm saying, I like the formula of them
glad
interviewing the
they
big
brought in-
ones.
Yeah, I
and the
agree.
small. I think that's
It's
a really
perfect.
good formula.
It's
I'm
perfect.
glad they brought in Spec.
Although,
and things like that.
yeah,
Like,
Spec.
Yeah, Spec. We
I
were
love
at season
Kemba.
1.
Who was the
Kemba
guy-
is
I
Teddy bear.
love
Who
Kemba.
was the guy who spoke 7 languages?
Oh, that fucking white dude.
He was like
Chinese,
a benign-
Russian,
Yeah.
fucking all the
Yeah.
shit.
He couldn't speak English, but yeah.
Yeah, English
That's
was
6.
The one he
Well, I
couldn't
speak
think of.
7. That guy was great. Well, so who was that?
I don't know
I
who
don't
the fuck
even,
that
I
guy
forget
was.
his name because it was just like really a benign behavioral study that I don't even.
No, they were interviewing him, just like
I
interviewing people that had done similar.
There's chapters on all these guys because the other guy, the one that stole or said that he's the army stationary guy,
That guy had
the
driven me
pantyhose
crazy.
strangler, or the
Just
there's
a
a whole
grunt like
chapter.
the rest of us.
Yeah, there's a whole chapter on him called "One of Us."
He was
'cause
so
it
and that
annoying.
was just like a little.
yeah, it's just a
tidbit.
small blurb, but it was a whole
Tidbit
chapter
into
on
it.
him.
You watch that and you get aggravated at how like what.
That guy was dumb
They
though.
put serial
Oh my
kill-
God.
Right, they put
Oh.
these-
So dumb.
But he was
He
such
was
Like a
so
donut.
Stupid. Yeah, just like a donut.
Exactly
Just like a donut.
Yeah.
Yes, like a
And then you just
donut.
get when you see both of those interviews, you just get really aggravated
Okay.
that they put intelligence.
Favorite part of season 2.
What do we got?
Favorite part of season 2.
Excellent. Ryan.
Because
go.
we're forgetting that we're talking about
Yes,
season
go.
2. Like that's the whole
Pass
goal
back and
here.
forth.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Anytime Bill walked into a room.
I already got it.
No.
Keep going.
Okay, hold on.
Honestly, one of my favorite parts, which was really small,
I wasn't ready for this.
when they are interviewing Berkowitz, and
Berkowitz was
when
great.
he gets him to turn and just go, when he looks at him and just says,
Sick prick.
especially the shrinks.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when they finally, he got him, and
Dude
Bill
looked
was
just
like,
like him.
Bill after that interview was like, I think he's back. Like fucking, he was
Right.
like, he's
He
fucking
let him
back.
take. He was like, he didn't break down nothing. He was.
He didn't
took
have
the
no
lead.
panic
Bill was like,
attack.
okay.
Yeah, Bill was like, oh, he's back. He's fucking back. That was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. The last episode was amazing.
Yeah.
That was great. That's when I was like, oh, shit.
The
Yeah.
best scene is how it ends.
Yeah.
How it ends, he realizes that stain is on his sleeve, and it's the same.
Oh,
same-
yeah. She
same
noticed that because we went
blood
right
stain
back
that
to season
started
1.
with.
Oh, really?
He
Yes.
opens up and he's
Fuck, I
trying
missed
to
that.
get the blood off his
But
face.
it's not the
Yeah. He
opening
looks down,
scene of
and there's spaghetti
season
sauce
1.
in
It's
the
right
same
after the
spot.
teaser. Yeah, he's got spaghetti sauce in the same spot.
And he's
Oh,
fucking
shit.
like, and that's when the season ends. I'm like,
And it's
no
back as an
shit.
apartment, just like that. It's really smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But I thought
fucking
you were
great.
gonna say
I
the
picked that
very
up.
end of season 2, when
was-
BTK is in the hotel room.
Oh yeah, no,
lining
you
up
knew
all
he'd
this
dig
shit,
up his
and he's
shit,
wearing all their
Dug his
clothes,
own-
and he fucking, it ends with just like it began, with him fucking beating off with a fucking
So
rope
it's
tighter on his
more or
neck
less his hiatus, and he's just spank banging
Yeah.
with some
until
Yeah.
he can't
shit.
do it anymore.
Yeah.
It's just goofing around.
We're just messing around.
Fucking-
Oh my god, that was. Yeah, any scene with him is just
That opening
great.
scene was
And it
Oh
bothered
my
me.
god, the tension
Yeah.
that Fincher
So the
directed
band-
in
With that
if you
music?
listen to-
Oh!
It's Roxy Music sings that song, and it's a glam metal band, and they if you listen to the fucking lyrics,
Yes.
like they just like
Yes.
I'm your blow up doll.
Yes.
Like,
Does it say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
She had me listen to it, and fucking.
I was like,
But the
what?
tension that Fincher directed in that episode, when
Yeah.
she's looking over the corner and sees just the knob moving, and
Right.
it's super slow, and then she finally, and then it's slow motion and him falling and
couldn't open
everything.
up a season
I'm
any
like,
other
yo,
fucking
you
way.
couldn't have directed that better, and no one could have directed that opening teaser better.
Now let me ask you: Who do you think the formula that David Fincher has laid gives the other directors enough room to breathe? And because do you feel like you had a taste of?
Have you noticed that they've done two
don't-
after that? Like each director's done 2 in a row.
Yeah.
After that, which is kind of smart. Because
What do you think about that? Do you think they have enough room to do anything? Because does it matter that any? I was going to ask, who do you think would be a good director for the next season? But does it even matter? Because it's all going to be Fincher's style.
So you think about it. Fincher's
Right.
the first 3, and then 4, 5, Dominic, 6, 7, someone else, 8, 9,
Yeah.
someone else. Everyone's doing their own like movie length fucking take on it,
Right.
which I think is really smart. Game of Thrones did that a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know how we were talking about before, how people like Fincher and people direct the pilot, they're getting paid the whole time. Remember our favorite TV show director ever, Tim Van Patten?
Yeah.
You know why we probably haven't seen him in so long?
'Cause he's
He
just
directed the
raking it in.
pilot of fucking Game of Thrones.
Did he really?
Yes. So he's just sitting on a
shit.
pile of money.
Oh
He doesn't
my
have to do a
God.
goddamn
Right.
fucking thing.
The fucking
Tim Van
crazy.
Patten,
I
we
was trying to
fucking miss
find
you.
out
So
who directed the
he
scene
was the
running
baddest
with the cross.
motherfucker
You
in
know,
the
it'd be
world.
great as
Yes.
Phil.
Did you
That's-
notice
Phil
that
Abrams
when he's
would
running?
direct that
Yes. But did you notice when he's running with the cross? How they were cutting back from
How
like
grain-
65 millimeter grain. That was
It's the
beautiful.
Zapruder?
Yes,
Zapruder
it almost looked
film
like that.
footage?
It
What
was
is it?
beautiful.
Zapruder?
Zapruder.
I thought it
Zapruder.
was Zapruder.
Zapruder. But it was beautiful the way that you called that first,
Yeah, I was
and
like,
like
look at this shot. And
Yeah.
I kept going back
yeah.
to it, and I was like,
Um,
crazy. It's great.
Yeah, so
Everybody needs to see it.
who would you choose as directors? Who do you think would be a good fit for the next season?
I
Or
like
does it
whoever
matter?
they're using, to be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, the fact I would love it if they brought Andrew Dominic
I was
back
just
because
Phil
gonna
he's
say,
Abrams,
fucking
yeah.
unreal,
Andrew
yeah.
Dominic, direct whatever.
yeah.
He
Tim Van Patten.
Tim Van Patten and Phil Abrams, the
Dude,
dream team.
Phil Abramson, right?
Phil Abrams, is it Abramson?
Abramson, yeah.
The best,
Yeah.
my second
The
favorite
Madman dude,
television.
yeah.
Madman, Summerman.
Summerman,
episode.
yes, hell yeah.
That's one of the best episodes of
Love
television
Madman.
ever. All right, let's not go off on that.
All right, yeah. Did you
Should
name
watch
your
Madman.
favorite pot? You didn't. You're the only one.
Yeah, no, I can't think of a specific. I don't. I
Hers
don't
was
think there's
the.
a specific-
Hers
Hers was.
pushing on
Hers was.
everybody else.
Hers was the
I was trying
cross.
to think.
I do love that.
You like the
part. No, I
cross
said
part?
the opening when he sees like the opening of season 1.
That was my
matches
favorite.
up with the closing of season 2.
That and
where he has
Berkowitz
blood
breaking
on
were my
his
two
sleeve, and then he has
favorites.
spaghetti sauce in the
Yes,
same
yes,
spot.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's no one really notices it.
Besides Bill walking into a room,
I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my
Yeah,
head
it's
right
probably
now.
got to be
Walks in the
something
room.
BTK. It's probably
Yeah,
gotta
probably one of the BT. Probably that first scene.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That first opening
And the
scene.
last scene, the way they bookended it, was
Yeah.
really perfect.
That really stuck with me. That just
Yeah.
opening
All the
music
BTK shit
scene.
really sticks with me.
Yeah, when they had episodes, they had what, one or two? They had at least two episodes.
Two that didn't have the teasers.
Yeah.
And it drove us all crazy.
Yeah, I was like, why? Just keep it up. That's
No,
like
no.
the thing that you laid out, you know?
I just yawned. I didn't mean to.
Just like the
Nervous,
last video.
Nervous tick.
Yeah, so any of the BTK stuff is great.
Yeah, but this fucking season was definitely better than the first, in my opinion, for sure. And, I mean, anyone that hasn't seen it, you got to watch both of them. Because I appreciated them both on a second watch so much more.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because you notice shit. Like,
You
they
pick
show
up
Wayne
stuff.
Williams in episode 6 taking pictures of the crime scene. And you wouldn't notice that unless you rewatched it, because you wouldn't know who's playing
Well,
Wayne
it
Williams.
follows
Right.
the whole.
Yeah, but it was
whole
made. It
process
was
that
put in there for people to
Douglas
rewatch
said
it.
He's going to be an ambulance chaser,
Yes.
which means like he must do something, but
The
he's always informed.
in the book, it's amazing the things he thought up to try and catch him.
He's even going to be in the music.
He theorized that he was going to be in the music. There was a show coming with, I don't know, it was Dean Martin and who was the other guy? Sammy Davis.
Yep, Sammy Davis. Jr.
And there was going to be a concert with them, and so he was
Dean Martin, it was Frank Sinatra.
It was Sinatra.
all right, Frank Sinatra, or whatever. I said
That's
whatever.
a dumb down to the Sinatra. I'll take it.
I was close. All right. Anyways,
I feel bad. I gotta
so the
deal with it
concert
all
was
the
the concert was coming, and he was like, "All right, guys. So we have to put an ad out for. We need security for this, and it has to specify someone with police background and certain things that he knew that the killer
Right.
would, and put it out there. But it took so long for it to get approved.
Yeah, that
it got
approval shit was
approved
driving me crazy.
right before the
Just to pull
concert,
all the
and it
lights
And they had to
wasn't
put the
done.
fucking crosses together themselves and shit.
Yeah.
That was just like the red tape
Well,
in that
getting
state.
them.
The red tape in that state was a fucking joke.
Right. Everybody was messing with the whole. That was the only thing. Holden is
Because
my
they-
favorite, but it bugs me that they don't listen to him because he's got the juice.
He's not my favorite,
got
but
the
he
juice.
is. He
You
is
got
the
the juice, bro.
genius. He is.
You got the
He's
juice
got the
now.
shine.
They had to get licenses and
He has the
permits
shine. He's got
the
in
shine.
every
He
single
does.
county because there had been children murdered in every county at this point.
Yeah,
around
deliberately.
Atlanta.
Like, yeah.
Right, so you have to. It's more to investigate when it's around jurisdiction lines. So it's a little him pulling
Yeah,
the
across
permits
county
and then-
lines.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
And they.
He's probably doing that deliberately because he probably knew it was
if
more
it
red
was, don't
tape.
say him
Them.
because Wayne Williams was only
I know.
convicted of
I know.
2.
I know, but
But he did more.
Which I think he did
but there's more
every
than one
boy.
killer.
Every boy that was
what?
stabbed
There's more than one
sporadically.
killer.
There's more.
No, there's more than one killer, but he did a lot more than
No,
two.
there's
No,
a
he did a
whole
lot more
separate
too.
thing going on too. With
Yeah.
those two
with the white guy with
pedophiles.
the Polaroids.
the boy by the guy that lives by the stadium, the old white guy,
Yep.
and the black guy that lives
Brown
in the
House?
brown house. I think somehow that they were in
Brown
prison
Town?
together for pedophilia. They know each other and they actually just trade and sell Polaroids against each other or to each other. And I think they know each other somehow.
Yeah, we was
And
file
some of these kids
trading.
Those two
He said
girls-
file trade with that guy.
Those,
on their
those
floppy
two
disk.
girls
Sure.
started, and I think that's entirely separate.
That's another reason why this is a good case to choose, because it's not like completely closed. It's open. It keeps
Right.
you like, oh no. So
Yeah.
you look
Yeah.
into the case
Everything's
more.
open for interpretation.
That's
You can
exactly what I
literally
did.
play
And
it
it's
up.
crazy because shows like this, just
Yep.
like Making a Murder, they'll, especially with Netflix, they'll affect people so much. They'll be like, "Why isn't this case reopened?" And shit
Yeah,
like
Right.
that.
exactly. I went and re-listened to the audiobook chapter of the Atlanta Child Killer.
I'm
after
listening to the
watching
whole
this.
fucking book right
I
now.
did
I want to
This
re-listen to the whole book. I'm listening to his
documentary,
newest book, which follows the case of I forget. It's some guy that murdered a Girl Scout that came to
It's
his
on
house.
Audible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out too.
And
his
it just the whole book follows him.
He was in like a rage, and
Yes,
she
white
just
rage and
happened to
red
be
rage.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And he said
I know that's-
Again,
he would have
way too
murdered
off the
anybody.
show.
I know, you're right. But John Douglas has a million books. If you're into Mindhunter at all, go fucking
Just
get
true
him. If you don't
crime.
read books, get
Yeah,
Audible,
he's
listen
the
to your
best.
ride
If
to
you're into true
work.
crime, then the one thing you should be doing is reading anything
Yeah.
by Douglas.
And look,
this
But
is- He's the
this is a
man.
real person.
This is
right,
not-
that
yeah.
has
This
done
is
this,
the
been through
guy.
this.
It's
This is
the guy.
He's a man.
He's the
You
guy.
guys watch like Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
And all that
Look,
cool stuff.
this
Like,
is not
the guy that
gun
created
chases.
that
Yeah.
shit.
This is
Like,
the guy that fucking created
created the
all
BAU.
this shit.
Brilliant. He's a brilliant man. He's a bad motherfucker.
And I love hearing him just being like a drunk and fuck up run-ins with the law and shit I was listening to today when he was younger.
Yeah.
And he turns into
Oh,
this
the cow
fucking
that he wouldn't
genius.
stop.
Yeah.
Right.
The dude from Boston. that was
Yeah.
savage.
Yes. I heard that today. I heard that today.
Yep.
He's amazing. And
Yeah, as far as the show, I think we're going in the right direction for sure. Because it's very rare that the second season is actually better than the first.
oh yeah.
Like
absolutely.
House of Cards,
It's
season 2 was
getting better
great,
and
but it
better
wasn't
and
as good as
better.
the first.
Like I mentioned
Fincher
before.
learned something from his House of Cards experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He really did.
That's why he directed.
That's why
the
he's
first
so
3
more
episodes.
hands-on on this one.
Absolutely.
Because you could tell Fincher,
is more personal
Dude,
to
Fincher
him.
to give up directing
This
movies
is the
for
shit he
years,
knows.
Yeah.
like, because Fincher takes a long time to make a movie, and
Right.
like, you know how
He's a
meticulous he is.
Perfectionist, yeah, exactly.
And that's why he said he wants it to go 5 years, and he said, "Fucking, what did he say? Like, I'm willing for it to go 5 years, and I'm not gonna let it suck."
Yeah. He said.
He's
Even
there's a great quote.
even
There's a
even
quote. He was
even
like,
if I
"I'm
fuck it
not
up
gonna let it
or
suck."
something like
And
that,
I don't intend
but I
on
won't.
fucking
I don't
it up.
intend fucking
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
So 5 seasons
That's
to
David
plan.
Fincher
I
right
wouldn't
there.
doubt
I think
Exactly.
5 seasons is perfect. I'm gonna amend our previous statement. Is that the right word?
Yes.
Amend.
Yeah, you did good.
Yay! I'm using words.
Yeah, you did good.
And we're gonna go with 5 seasons. We're going with Fincher. We trust him.
Oh, yeah.
He's,
Oh,
he's not gonna let the House of
Always.
Cards fall in this one.
Nah, hell no.
No pun.
Yeah. What year do you think they'll just continue from? Yeah, they have to because there was so many.
What do you mean? Like, were you gonna ask if they were gonna jump years ahead?
Yeah, do you think they'll jump years?
Probably at some point.
Probably towards the. I think 4th season they'll jump
Yeah.
because there's
Next
a lot.
season-
There's a lot coming up in the years
Yes,
from where they are
yes,
right now.
Exactly. So I think they'll probably stick with that this year.
Go anywhere,
Someone
you don't even
disagrees.
know.
No, I think
Not
season 4.
disagrees. I just you don't.
You're
You
like-
know what?
You
The
just don't
last
know.
season they do tend to jump
That's
a
why
lot
it's so
forward. Like Boardwalk
nerve-wracking.
Empire, they jump together way ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's usually towards the end.
Yeah.
Like a Peaky Blinders, they did some jumping.
Well, because I don't know,
They
you
do
can't
jumping
really
every
go-
year.
You can't
Do
really
they?
go
Yeah,
by the
you're
book
right.
accurately.
Tommy
because these
Shelby.
are 2 characters that are
No,
based
this
off
is very
the book.
loose. Very loose.
But
They use the real
you know what I mean? So
character.
that's why it's
There's stuff word for word from the
determined.
book.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
there
shit,
is.
this,
Oh, yeah.
this
Blue
is word
flame.
for word.
Blue flame.
the blue. Yeah, you got a blue flame
Blue
coming out
flame.
of your ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So eager
But
to
the
do good.
backstories are very loose, and the actual characters are very loose. But they do a really good job sticking to the
loose.
facts of the cases, and the acting as well.
interviews
Do you
and
feel
things
like
like
there's any
that.
weak
Actors?
actors?
No.
Yeah, no. Like everything is just on par. It's just,
just
No, but
flows.
Fincher
It
is
just
so
flows,
Yeah.
so like heavily involved in casting that like I really
Oh,
think
sure.
yeah.
all the main
Gotta
characters
be.
by the first episode were cast. So I really
Can't
think
just, I mean,
Do you think Greg is gonna get a turn to like redeem himself from being
No.
the
fucking
little?
better.
I think he
He
I think
better.
he's gonna stick around, but I think he's gonna be the problem.
I don't. You don't.
Shit
You don't think he
bag.
can redeem
Greg's
himself?
an asshole.
I think.
I don't think so.
I think I'm gonna give him a
You
shot.
know what?
Otherwise,
I
why would
think
they
he
keep
might
him
get
around?
killed.
Greg did fucking
By who?
snitch.
I just
right
feel
now.
like if
I'm
anyone
ready to
in their
see it.
unit's gonna get killed, I feel like it'll be Greg.
Like in the line of duty.
What?
Yeah, whether
Or like-
whether they're fucking doing shit like they're chasing
On a
someone down
visit?
like they were with Atlanta, like if anyone like some Wire type shit where like Kima gets shot or something, I feel like if anyone's gonna get killed,
You're getting aggressive.
I'm just saying, and usually in a
He's
cop show,
never in the line of
someone
duty.
fucking gets killed.
No,
hope
but I
it's
think he
him.
has to redeem himself before
One, I
getting
hope
killed, or
it's
else it
him.
won't mean anything.
Whatever, I fucking hate
True.
Greg, but we'll see.
I think he'll redeem himself, and then people will start to like him, and then boom, cut him down, take him out of our lives.
Or he'll just do something else.
He'll save
The
someone's
fuck?
life.
And
He'll
I
jump
do-
in front of a
Exactly.
bullet for Bill.
Probably.
And I feel like you know
Might
what? I feel like the
happen.
last video we did talk enough about the generals of this season.
Yeah,
so
we
didn't
covered
have, We
everything.
didn't have to go over.
I was
too
more
much.
interested, and we got Ryan here, so we
Yeah.
wanted to hear some of her thoughts. Ryan,
I have
favorite
thoughts.
cereal? Go.
Ooh, Cocoa Pebbles.
Wow, good choice.
That was on my
get-
top three.
You get a nice
That's my
bowl of
number
chocolate
one.
milk after.
Cinnamon
Yeah.
Toast
Cocoa
Crunch.
Pebbles.
I don't like
Cocoa
chocolate. That's my
Pel-
only
Cocoa
way of consumption of
Cinnamon
chocolate.
Toast Crunch.
Puffs. Cocoa
Puffs.
Pebbles? You said puffs, right?
Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa
Pebbles.
Puffs.
That's your
Pebbles?
favorite? What? Pebbles, I got.
Pebbles.
You said pebbles.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I
what I
got the
thought.
Pebbles.
I was
I'm
asking.
saying Cinnamon
a
Toast Crunch.
clarification.
She said
To the
Pebbles.
win.
Yeah, Fruity Pebbles is good too.
Fruity Pebbles are
Want to
good.
get a little fruity?
No.
I love to get
This is
fruity.
good. Yeah, who doesn't?
I haven't eaten cereal in so long. I haven't. I'm
Um,
gonna get to it. We're not getting
yeah,
into
you gotta get
You
your
gonna
cereal
name your
game.
favorite there, Chief, or you gonna just have everyone else do the fucking work?
Listen, let's get something straight here. I'll tell you.
I'll fucking walk.
Jesus, I like so many cereals. There's so many good ones. So many hits. So many.
So many good hits.
So many good hits.
You just dropped the Jim and Sam reference. I love it.
I don't know. Fruity. I do like Fruity Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles are good. I always keep going back Captain Crunch.
Raisin Bran Crunch
That's-
is bomb.
Yeah.
Raisin Bran Crunch.
Yes, it's bomb.
Oh yeah,
Not
I have
too
some of
many
that
raisins.
good.
in my
It's
kitchen.
got the
Got
oat
enough
clusters.
crunch. Digging it.
Oat
Whatever you're
clusters.
doing,
Oat
keep it
clusters,
going.
baby.
Yeah.
Keep
This.
it going.
Yeah. I wish they could change the fucking wheat pieces in Lucky Charms because those suck so bad. They're
Yo,
so
at
gross.
this
They make your
point,
mouth taste
they ain't
disgusting.
fucking changing
No, they're
them, son.
literally useless.
At
Like,
this point, they ain't
can
fucking
we
changing
come
them,
up
yo.
with well, no, they have Tricks with marshmallows now. They put marshmallows in other cereals. So fuck Lucky
Tricks
Charms.
are actually pretty bomb,
Right.
too.
Tricks is bomb.
I fuck
Put
with
some
Trix.
marshmallows in
tis
your
the season
Tricks.
for some blueberries.
Okay,
And-
wait a second. I changed it.
getting there.
Frankenberry,
Oh.
the shit.
He
Blueberry.
didn't get the name right last time, but he got it right
What
this
did I
time.
say? What did I
You
say?
said the
Blueberries.
fucking pink Dracula or whatever.
The
You
pink
caught that right
Dracula.
away. You like about the pink Dracula?
I said that.
Frankenberry?
Jesus.
You said that she
Christ.
was like, fucking Frankenberry?
I must have been out to lunch on that
Blueberries,
one.
there's blueberries.
Blueberries is
too.
excellent too. I always
Goes
collect
to
all
the
those.
bow tie.
Those should be in the stores any minute
Yes,
now.
Target.
Check it out.
Pretty
Target,
sure.
Target.
Stop and Shop,
They're collectibles.
Stop,
right?
shop,
I mean,
Wegmans.
Get a couple to eat,
No, just
but-
Wegmans. I don't know.
Trader
know.
Joe's?
Trader Joe's,
What does Wegmans
CVS.
Wild Oats?
Yep. Wild
Harvest.
Wild Harvest. Purity. Caldors.
Caldors? Costco?
Yeah, all that shit. Go check it out. What?
So many distractions.
Fucking aggressive elastic twisting.
Welcome to my
Talking
life, my
serial
friend.
killers.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah.
We got into serial killer talk.
Think we got it?
I think we got it.
think we got it.
I got nothing else to say about the show. I can talk all day about cereal,
I think
but
we got it.
Yeah, both serial killers.
cereal and serial
elite,
killers.
Oatmeal. Oatmeal's hot cereal. Why
I
are
love
we
oatmeal.
no one saying oatmeal?
Love
I love me
oatmeal.
some oatmeal.
I love me some oatmeal.
I like oatmeal. I
Oatmeal's
put
the shit.
good
I make
shit.
it mad chunky and I put maple syrup in it.
Yeah.
Maple
Let's do that
syrup's good.
tomorrow.
You know what else is
I
good?
make the best
Take
oatmeal.
Yeah, tomorrow
some
morning.
apples, chop them up. Some Honeycrisp apples. You know Honeycrisp
Yes.
apples. Chop those up. Put cinnamon on them. Throw them in there.
Yeah, let's have
Throw
oatmeal
'em in
tomorrow
there.
morning.
I like
Cream
it
of wheat is
thick.
excellent too.
I don't like it like soupy.
Listen, okay.
I like it thick.
This is what you do. There's a breakfast place called The Neighborhood in Somerville. You go there, get the cream of wheat. You'll be like, it's like a fucking dessert.
Delish.
That's the first time I had cream of wheat, and then I went to go make it from the store, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I don't know what they put in it. Some
did they
secret
do?
formula. It's so good.
God.
It's
Good
amazing.
motherfucking formulas.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But check it out. Shout out to The Neighborhood in Somerville. Sponsor me. I want some
617.
free cream of wheat.
Sponsors.
Yeah. All right, folks.
Oh, I hate myself reviews on Instagram.
Fuck it.
Style and
Check it
Grace
out.
On somewhere.
Sound Grace podcast whenever
Yeah.
we fucking
Somewhere
feel
out
like
there.
it.
Watch some more Mindhunter when it's
Yeah.
season 3
Spotify,
comes out.
YouTube.
Read a fucking book.
Read the book.
Don't
John
audiobooks
Douglas,
like
Johnny
these
Douglas for
assholes.
life. The Mindhunter book is brilliant. You'll be
Physically reading
you'll
it
be
is
amazed. There's
Cool.
so much information
Where'd you
in
get
it.
that book?
My husband got it.
What book?
Because I still
Mindhunter.
read books.
Where'd you get this stuff?
I read books.
I don't know how to read.
When you can't hear a book, you read a book.
Listen,
We've had enough of this.
I can still say read. Because blind people, if they listen to audiobooks, they don't have the privilege of saying I read a book.
That's
just
why
'cause
I
they
do
can't
it for
see.
the. I do it for the
Don't
blind
be
people.
discriminatory.
I
I do it for the
blind
blind
people.
people.
I do it for
X's
all
them
the
out
people.
from that whole experience. Are you blind?
I'm not. But
I
if
care
they
about
can say
blind
it, I
people.
should be able to say it. It's inclusivity.
I do it for the blinds.
I do. Blind.
I do it.
Skateboarders.
Protesting. Look at these two.
Blind skateboard pros.
Yeah. And what about a deaf? Oh no, deaf person can read.
A dead person?
I thought they used. I was gonna say they use
No,
braille.
that person can read.
Deaf
Wait, is it
person-
called reading when they do the braille?
That's braille. They're blind.
What do they call that? Feeling? I failed a book.
You're just ruining this video, my friend. I hate to break it to you.
Well, I mean, what is
What do
that?
you mean? Yeah, you feel it.
All
When
right.
you read. When you touch it,
So you
you're
can say
going,
read it.
Your intent is
If
to
you
read.
consume a book in
They
any
talk,
matter,
they
Yes,
type.
you
it
can say
doesn't
you read it.
fucking matter.
yeah, you
I mean,
read a
if they're
book if you
talking,
consumed
they
it.
use in sign language.
Listen, all right, this is just an argument I read because I was like, I want to be able to say I read a book, but I really just listened to it.
Alright.
So I Googled
Fair
it,
enough.
and people said this is the consensus.
Yes, I agree.
So
That's it.
I do read books with my ears. Fucking the show's over. The fuck out of here. What are you still watching this for?
Fucking hang up, you fuck.
Yeah. I fucking suck.
We're on a potty line. Who's
God
in here?
damn it. Party line?
Who's in here?
Yeah, who else is in here?
Oh,
Hey, well, okay. Fucking
Fucking
bye.
finished.
Got it.
All right. Yeah. How
You
we
got it
gonna
right
do this?
there. That's it right here.
Shoving.
Yeah, let's do it right now. Put your hand up top. Put your finger back on my ear, Ryan.
No.
Ryan, reach in.
Poking in.
Get a hand in there. I'm gonna spit it in your mouth.
I'd love it.